How would you describe your relationship with General Bamai?
Up till now, we are still the best of friends, despite what has happened. We are still the best of friends. He gave, even as the chief of army staff, he always used sir to me until the last day. So, as I've said, it's condition that make fish burn. And if I don't get what has happened to me, will happen to me one day. Christian will say storm. Storm. You have to have your own storm. If you have not got your own, tomorrow it will be your own. So whatever has happened to me, I accept it.
As a storm?
As a storm.
And you have overcome it?
Yes.
Now, how would you describe your relationship with Brigadier General Sabo?
He's my best friend.
How would you describe your relationship with General Diya?
Diya, I'm not very close to General Diya, except he's a very senior officer. Yeah, I've not even entered NDA when he passed out from the NDA. So that's why when you are talking of Adisa and himself, Adisa was in NDA when General Diya left NDA. Even I'm senior to Adisa. So when I'm senior to them, you see equation, then you know.
Please silence, silence, silence. Silence.
Now, General Diya told the commission, of 4 points demand and set up by Bamai and others. I want you to reflect back to 1997. Can you tell the commission who originated the 4-point demand? Do you know who?
My lord, I'm very happy with this question.
We are coming to serious questions. Just answer the questions I asked.
No, because
Do you know the originator?
I don't know the originator.
Now, when did you become aware of the 4-point demand?
Thank you very much. That's what I'm trying to go to.
No, don't jump. Just listen to me. I will guide you properly.
Okay. 4-point demand was told to me by General Diya. Nobody else briefed me on anything except General Diya. And what he told me was that General Bamai and others, that's under GOCs, came to him and told him a 4-point demand. And he said, what does that mean? Because I'm not in inner caucus, so I wouldn't know much of what is happening. But I know he was only relating what has happened before between himself and other GOCs and General Bamai especially to me. And when he told me that they are going to, this is what the first he said, whether I've seen General Bamai, and I said I have not seen him because I was told he's preparing for Chief of Army Staff Conference. And this was just...
It was to hold where?
In Enugu.
Good.
And this what I'm talking about is just, the whole involvement of mine is just about 9 days before my arrest. 9 days before my arrest. So, when he told me about, this is 4 points, whether I've seen General Bamai, and I told him I've not seen him. He told me this is what they are trying to do. And so, I mean, he narrated the whole story, and I said, I told him, what does that mean, 4-point demand? In case the man refused to accept 4-point demand, what 4-point demand, what will happen? It means that if he failed and the people already, they have already met him, or they have already encountered with him, what will happen after that? It means that in case he refused, then they will force him to accept it. And that's what it means, that you are trying to overthrow the, because if you arrest General Abacha or something, that would mean you overthrow the government.
Now, I want us to go sequentially. Where was the meeting where he told you of the 4-point demand?
Is it this word meeting?
No. Where did you meet to discuss
No,
the
he
4
called
points?
me because by that time.
He called to his office or his house?
He called me. By that time, we have been dissolved. Okay. I thought that the cabinet was dissolved, so most of us were just going around. We were just staying or waiting as military people. The civilians have already gone home. Some of us military, we just hang around because we are still in military. So you cannot just go to anywhere you like. Then he called me to his office and told me.
Now, your reaction, according to you, was that you asked, assuming the Commander-in-Chief disagreed with the 4 points demand, what would be the effect? What did he tell you was going to be the next line of action?
He told me that I should take them serious, and I told her that I do not believe in them.
Believe in who?
All the people who have come to him, because now, I don't believe that story.
Please, let us go gradually. General Diya told you, whom did he tell you were the originators or people who are thinking of the 4 points demand? Who are the people behind 4 points demand, according to General Diya?
He told me General Bamiyi,
yes,
Idi Musa, Magashi, Adisa.
Yeah.
Those are the only names.
And did you at any time discuss with any of these 5 officers?
No, nobody. None of them even talked to me about it. None of them came to me to tell me about it. He's the only one who told me.
Now, I want to believe that that was not the only time when he discussed these 4 points demand with you. What was the mode by which they were to present, enforce, or secure these 4 points demand, if you know?
Frankly, we didn't go into detail.
And
I didn't ask him questions, because right from the war, as soon as he told me, I just told him I do not believe in that, because I know it won't work.
Now, when you disagree with them with respect to presentation of the 4 points demand, that it won't work, did you suggest any method by which these 4 points can be effected with the head of state, CNC?
No.
Did you present any other mode?
No, I didn't.
Now, these 4 points demand, did you agree with it in your mind?
I didn't put my mind, frankly speaking. I'm saying it to the commission. As far as he told me, I was not interested as much. I didn't pay much attention to further information.
Did he show you any document?
No, he didn't show me anything.
Okay.
As a senior officer, I don't need to ask him to start proving what he has done.
Would you, the senior officers in the army, is it your tradition or your culture to get together and discuss the affairs of the army or the affairs of the nation that you are ruling? Do you get together to discuss it informally?
We do. Collectively, individually, and in some groups, we do.
Now, usually when you agree on a point, how do you effect it? If it has to do with the CNC, how do you effect such decisions?
You see, they have various methods of, putting our point across. Because during General Babangida's time, we have what we call consultative assembly or so, where we meet and put our points. But during General Abacha's time, most of the jobs were being carried out by service chiefs, who hold periodic DOBA and meetings, and then pass this into various joint services for intelligence corps and other things. That's what we do.
Yes, but during the period, among how many of these officers mentioned were members of PRC or commanding officers?
Most of them are members of the PRC.
Now, would you consider the 4 points demand, if it were presented by the members of PRC to the commander-in-chief, would you consider it as coup in the making or coup or something like that?
I look at it as a coup, because you are trying to force a head of state to accept what is not prepared for at that particular time.
Now, from your experience in the army, coup It's normally planned by officers who have troops to enforce to enforce their desire. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And how many of you, among the 9 officers that were convicted, have troops under you?
None.
None of you?
None of us.
Now, were you aware of the relationship? How would you describe the relationship between General Diya and General Abacha before the bomb blast, which involved General Diya in December 1997? How would you describe the relationship?
So I cannot comment on that because I was not in Aso Rock. I have my own ministry I was manning. Anything I say, except when we meet outside for function, we see 2 of them laughing, joking. That's all I can say. But they are all in the same roof, so they know how they deal with themselves there.
Do you know one? Now, you are aware of the bomb blast involving which had been stated by the Chief of General Staff, General Diya, when he was to go to Makurdi. When did you become aware of? When did you become aware of the blast, of the bomb blast?
I was even supposed to. Lawrence Onoja is a close friend of mine. I was even to go that very day, on that very day with General Diya. I was supposed to have gone with him. There are 2 delegates that have gone. One was headed by General Abdulkareem himself. He was to lead it. Then General Diya. But I don't know what happened. I just changed my mind not to travel with any of them at that particular day. I don't know whether what happened to me that day. I don't know. I just refused to go for the 2.
Now, when you heard of the bomb blast, what were your reactions, and what were your reactions generally?
I didn't know much detail who the bomb was meant for, because I was not at the airport. So, but the story we later had was that bomb was to be loaded into the plane before they took off. That's what it's hearsay. I would say. But when anything happened, Nigeria must get answer to most of the things. That it was in the process of priming the bomb. I think because General Diya came late, they primed the bomb earlier than what is necessary. That is why the thing exploded. That is the way Amana people analyze it.
Now, would you ascribe it to government?
I cannot say so. I do not know.
Now, do you know one Major Isiaku?
I know one Major Isiaku. He's an artillery officer, and that is my main specialist in the army. I'm an artillery officer. Bombarding, tracking.